feels like a neighborhood. To me, it's obviously different than what it was, but I think it is some sort of new version of a neighborhood.
Everything it has become gentrified, and the food co-op is one of the few places left that you can buy things at an affordable price.
Neighborhoods has remained very strong, and even the small businesses after COVID, we've all been supported very well. So we've been very lucky.
So my relationship with the neighborhood when I first started being here all the time was very much like, oh, I was, Mo's granddaughter, or like at a restaurant or something like that. And maybe I didn't know actually a lot about the neighborhood. And now that I have this business that I'm taking care of, it's like my child, and I know so many people that are customers or people that work on this block or in the neighborhood. So I would say I have a unique difference in that respect, that its block was very much a provisions block, and there was not just my family's butcher shop, but there was her father's across the street, and there were about like 7 or 8 of them just on this one block. There were olive oil places. So when they got rid of the street vendors, they sent them all to Essex Market because they were considered like dirty and whatever. They just wanted to send them all away. And so kind of when that happened, the neighborhood did begin to change. I think also when the natural progression of immigrants changed, so like Italians weren't the main ethnic group coming here, and it did start to change, and the people that were living here, like, the point wasn't to stay here, I guess, because the living conditions were pretty tough. So a lot of those people moved on, went to Brooklyn or Queens or the Bronx, Staten Island or New Jersey, and so there was this natural progression of like the neighborhood changed, but nobody knew at the time that like it was important to preserve a culture.
I mean, I think that the co-op's a great example of what this neighborhood used to be like. Was a lot of artists and maybe people that didn't have a lot of money, who bought houses when they were very cheap and formed this buying cooperative to get groceries, because there wasn't anywhere to buy anything in this neighborhood at all when in the 1970s. And I think that the way that this neighborhood has changed has become that a lot of the stores that you can buy groceries at are incredibly expensive now.
And are there any other like businesses around here that you've noticed that have been able to survive along with the food co-op?
Not many. There really aren't that many. I don't think I can think of any. There's a few restaurants left, but not many. And I think the ones that are very niche restaurants, like there's the Java, the Indonesian place that's been there for a long time, but no, not really. That live in this neighborhood either get groceries delivered either through Fresh Direct or Amazon. Perhaps don't go out and buy groceries in the traditional way that people did before. That's been a change, not just in this neighborhood, but probably, citywide, as far as like people not going to a grocery store anymore, but relying on delivery services to bring them their food. But we didn't carry any such luxury items until 10 years ago. We've brought in some these products that are non-alcoholic elixirs. I don't know what to call them, but it's like de-alkalized tequila and gins, and it's like that's a real gentrified product.
Yeah.
And I think that some people have, just reacted to that with like, wow, like just to like not, almost not believing that we would bring in something like that. But it's something that people are interested in. So
Yeah, and do you find people buying these new products?
absolutely, yeah. The membership has changed in some ways, but I think that the way that the membership has changed the most is that a lot of members don't live in this neighborhood anymore. So people come from further and further away to shop here, either having been members when they lived in the neighborhood and then were priced out, or joined having already lived in neighborhoods far away, knowing that this was a place that they could buy affordable groceries. No, I think that it is. I think that one of the things that makes the food co-op a unique place is that people come here and their labor is what they give. And when people give their labor, they feel more part of something. And I think working alongside your other community members really helps build a sense of knowing your neighbors, or at least knowing the people that you identify with and that come here to buy groceries. So I feel like we've done a good job of building community in that way.
Anything else to add? Any additional information?
I mean, I think that it's the question about like what kind of products we've sold and how that's changed over the years is a very interesting one, because I consider that what my job is not so much curating what we sell as much as it is responding to what the members want. And like, yes, like there's definitely been an increase in requests for things that I would not consider to be food co-op type items, like caviar and like really expensive cheese. Like that's not something that we've traditionally bought for our members, but we just respond to the community.
Those who could buy homes, that's a very different, they could build wealth in the community, and they're less likely to push out of the community as well.
And businesses themselves don't have any, like, even though renters, the majority of renters, right, don't have protection in that basically if you live in a building that has like under 6 units in it, like the landlord basically can say like, hey, I'm charging you $3,000 a month, and next year when your lease comes up for renewal, I'm going to charge you $3,500 a month. Like that, they can decide what the market can bring and what they want to charge.
Redlining is that they were trying to find ways to segregate communities and do so in kind of a pseudo-legal way, and so there was a method of deciding what neighborhoods were safe investments for banks, especially the Federal Housing Authority. They backed loans for people to buy houses in certain neighborhoods, and they wanted to make sure that their investment was quote unquote safe. So upstairs we have kind of an exhibit that shows the maps of the area that had redlining in them, and the neighborhoods and areas where that was considered a good investment versus a bad investment, which then led to segregation.
I think Bay Ridge is a diverse community, so what I love about the neighborhood is that we have like the best of everything. You see new people moving in all the time, people moving out, but you still see generations of the same families living here, a lot. So you see, it really is a mix, a combination. I wouldn't say it's either one way or the other.
We have been changing with the times. And I have my son coming into the business now, and he does a lot of social media, Instagram and Facebook advertising, and we get a lot of people from different places.
How has it been like adapting to these changes?
Well, we had to put in some new products, more not ethnic, but for younger people, people looking to eat lighter and not all meat,
Yeah.
and vegetables and lighter stuff.
On the topic of gentrification, have you seen any new large businesses come around in this area? Maybe new corporations or franchises?
Unfortunately not. I mean, there's a Domino's Pizza a block away, and there's rumors of Popeye's Chicken coming, also 2 blocks away, but otherwise it's still all mom and pop stores in the area.
Do you potentially see that new Popeyes as like not really a threat, but like a concern? Or do you
No,
think you'll still have your regular customers?
I mean, people need a little diversion. They can't have roast beef sandwich every day, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. How would you describe the culture of this neighborhood? The people?
Their ethnic breakdown, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much originally Italian and Irish and Norwegian was the basic breakdown years ago, but it's changing in the last few years.
Yeah, what kind of changes have you seen?
Oh, we're seeing a lot more of Asian and also Russian and Islamic.
How's this affected your business? Has it helped or hurt your business?
Well, a lot of my long-time customers have moved away,
Yeah.
maybe died old, and new people are coming into the neighborhood, but they're adapting and they're coming in also. So a lot of the people are the same. A lot of the younger generation does move away, but new ones coming in. They adapt to what's here, and we try and sell the products that people are looking for. We listen to what they ask, and we try and change with that.